Well, we're starting packing, getting Baru packed up. This is phase 1. But what have we just spent 2 days doing?
We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
And looking for.
Because I've booked nice weather from Go Away.
Ha!
No, I have booked nice weather from Go Away. I have treated myself to some new tops and some shorts and a skirt with shorts fastened so I can get on and off the boat without showing everything off. And I bought myself, because I intend sea swimming this year. Stop laughing. I intend sea swimming this year. So I have bought myself, when it's on, it'll look like a wetsuit, but it's not. So it's down to the knees and up, but it's sleeveless. And I've also bought some extra sand shoes for swimming in.
Yes, but what have we spent the last 2 days doing?
Hold on, I'm getting there. So I've put my clothes away because I was in winter jumpers or lightweight jumpers and I lost them. I have emptied my wardrobe twice and I've now gutted it, got rid of all my winter gear. So my wardrobe is empty, so I've got lots of room to buy more stuff. Well, both of us has emptied the little bathroom on the back of Ava because I do keep spare clothes in there, that summer clothes that I haven't worn, obviously because it's been winter. So
For 2 years.
no. They come out and they go back. So both of us have emptied that out.
And what had you done with them?
We'd checked the front cabin, including the wardrobe at the front. I've checked that 3 times, thinking, well, have I missed it? Because I thought they should be in a little grey plastic bag. This morning, I looked under the bed, in the bedding section, thinking, well, have I put them in there and covered them up with bedding? And then we've come on to Baru to start packing. The first bag I pulled out, guess what? Look.
She found them. She'd already packed them and forgotten. Now, is that a sign of age?
Oh, just a sign of somebody with too much on her mind.
So, because we're packing up, are we getting ready to go? Well, we had hoped to get away just after Easter, but looking at the way that the weather is, no. We're going to hold, I think it'll be Saturday, Sunday, maybe Sunday the 27th, when we finally get away from Hartlepool and make our start heading north. What I'm trying to do is make sure we don't fall into the trap that we fell into last year, which is dawdle to get to the west coast. We just lost too much time. So we're going to try and do Eyemouth in 2 legs, just from here to Blyth and then Blyth to Eyemouth. And then probably one a day later straight across the Firth Forth. So I'm trying to time it so that we can get into Arbroath on an evening tide or late afternoon, which might mean an early start from Eyemouth, but then be able to leave within a day or 2 days from Arbroath to Peterhead and not get stuck in Arbroath for a week waiting a morning tide, because I don't want to go into Peterhead in the dark. We came out in the dark okay, but I don't really want to be going back in the dark. And then after that, it's a case of sitting at Peterhead, hopefully not for long, because I'm hoping we catch the right window then for Rattery Head and round into the Moray Firth to get to Whitehills and then straight on to Inverness. So we're hoping to do it and get there sort of in a week rather than 6 weeks, which is what we took last time. And so engine preps are done, changed the oil in the sail drive, changed the oil in the engine. That's all complete. What we've also done is change the second Delphi filter to a glass bottom one. That one was one that we put on up in Selon, or that side is one we put up in Selon last year, which I had to order because the glass bowl broke and I could only get a solid one. But I do like the glass ones because we can see just what the fuel state is like. So we've got two Delphi fuel filters, water separators. So at the moment we're on F1, and if we hear any splutters or see anything, we can quickly switch over to filter 2. And so the solid bottom filter I'm keeping as a spare, complete filter. It took me 10 minutes to put the whole thing in, so it's probably easier doing that than trying to do a filter change actually on these. What I've also got is spare fan belts. We did have spare fan belts, but I found they're the wrong size. Yeah, anyway, I bought spare fan belts, so we've got those. I've got plenty of filter spares, so I think everything, we're all set from that point. I've just got the fuel up. I think it'll be about 50 litres we need to put in, which I'll get that done today, and then yeah, we're just ready to go. So plan is, as I say, up through the Caledonia Canal, go east to west that way. I think we'll, once we leave Corpac, we'll head straight around to Loch Aileen, then up to Tobermory, and then out to the small isles, and spend some time around Rummenigge and Canna and places like that, before then deciding what the longer term weather patterns are going to be, then coming up between Skye and the mainland, and up through the Kyles, and then on further north, Mallaig and Ullapool, etc. And we'll just take it by ear and see what it does. Hopefully we can, the weather patterns and the weather gods will work out nicely for us, and we'll be able to get around Cape Wrath up to the Orkneys or across to the Orkneys to and then back across the Pentland Firth and come down the northeast side. So, but if the weather gods are not going to play, we'll come up with another plan. Try to be flexible. We've got time, a little bit of time on our hands this year, but again, like I say, don't want to fall into the trap of saying, oh, we've got plenty of time. Last year we thought we had 4 months. We took 6 weeks to get up there, and by the time 6 weeks have gone by, that's eaten well into your 4 months. So yeah, stay with us and let's see what we can do and where we can get to. Okay, so starting to look at doing our sail plan for getting away from Hartlepool. There's a number of factors that I've got to take into account. One, like I said, we don't want to get sucked in and get stuck in places, so we're trying to do at least get up to Peterhead in less than 5 days. In theory, we should be able to do it in 4 days. So seagulls. And so we're trying to work on the tides to get out of Arbroath and to help me there. I've done a spreadsheet. And so this is the spreadsheet for Arbroath. So I can put the high tide in the morning, high tide in the afternoon, and I can see where the gate times are. And so we can see anywhere sort of after the end of April and the first week of May is absolutely superb for us, because we can get in on an evening and we can get out on a morning, so the following morning. So that's the plan for that. So what that says is we don't want to leave Hartlepool until either the 26th or the 27th of April. So what we need to do is look at the tides for Hartlepool for that weekend and see when we can leave. Now in Reeds, if we look at the Hartlepool page, section, we can see that the standard port for Hartlepool is the River Tees. And there's very little difference actually, for 4 to 6 minutes difference, and very little difference on tide heights. So we can take our readings directly from the River Tees. Now I looked at the weather, and I believe Sunday the 27th is actually going to be better for us. So high tide in the morning is 02:52 plus an hour, so 3:52, so almost 4 o'clock. And in the afternoon, it's 14:57 plus the hour for summertime is going to be 15:57. So yeah, call it 1600 hours. So, and we've got, so that means it's a late high tide. So that means it's going to be midday-ish when we can leave. So the important thing I need really is the depth of water in our channel. So if we take the tide heights, well, we've got to be part way between. So we'll go 5.4 to 0.8. So we'll go draw a line from 0.8 up to 5.4. So we've got a straight line there. So we come across here, and if we say 4 hours midday before, project up to there and across to there. Where does that take me? Well, that takes me up to 2.2. That's the tide height. But our channel is half a metre above chart datum. So that, take half a metre off that, that takes us down to 1.7. That's what we draw. So to go half an hour later, and that takes us up to 2.5. So that would give me 2 meters in the channel half an hour later. So if we could set off at 12:30. So here's one I prepared earlier. So this is the Hartlepool to Blythe. So I've said 27th of April. It's 31.5 nautical miles. So high tide at Hartlepool was 1600. 12:30 gives me a tide height of 2.5 minus the 0.5 above chart datum, so we're 2 meters in the channel. So 12:30 departure. Now I tend to work on the first hour being slow, so 3 knots for 3 miles. That would take us to there. And then after that, well, we should pick up speed. So if we ran at 5 knots, that would get us into Blythe around about 1900. And if we run at 6 knots, well, that's going to be 1745-ish. So there we go. It's a fairly straight run. We've just got Tyne VTS to be aware of, and the Blythe approaches. The RNYC number is there. I've not put anything down for winds and waves at the moment. It's a little bit too far off, because I'm about 10 days ahead right now. That will get us away from there. Next after that, I want to go to Eyemouth. So the next day, basically on the Monday the 28th, I want to be heading up to Eyemouth, and then I can look at the weather window to go across the Firth of Forth. Don't want to do what we did last year, going a strong westerly. No. But it's about trying to make progress, and I want to make progress this year because we want to be up on the far side mid-May, I would say, so that we can then start moving north and see where we get to.